Hey, welcome to the Team Babe podcast. I'm Jason and I'm Babe.
And I'm Robin, and I'm Babe.
We have 2 words for you this evening. Walrus nipples.
Yeah, we were just having one of our do they or don't they conversations.
One of our patented do they or don't they conversations. And we're like, hey, you know what? We should talk about this on the air.
You know, it was
On the frequencies, man.
on the digital frequencies.
Yeah.
I would liken it to the beginnings of our conversation about Trinidad and its founding and naming.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was heading that way.
We had a good chat.
And I think it's good that now we've turned it over to the listeners.
We've turned it over to the interwebs.
Maybe they can sort it out for us.
Yeah. So I was likening myself and my body to sort of a walrus, like a male walrus, kind of like doing the walrus worm up the beach, you know, beached walrus.
That's what you feel like when you leave the bed.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Aside from that, I'm great.
Okay.
As long as I'm in the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that's true for me, too. As long as I'm in the bed, I'm pretty good. Because most of the time I'm unconscious, you know? Yeah.
Good place to be unconscious. Yeah, but I was, lamenting, like, how abrading the sand would be on my walrus nipples. But then you were like, wait, walruses have udders. And I was like, well, what? And I was like, wait, don't all male mammals have nipples too? Like the vestigial nipples, since we all start out as ladies. Hey, lady!
Yeah, well, I mean, you're probably right. They probably do. I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of seals.
Walrus nipples?
No, seals, though.
Male?
Yeah.
But maybe they're down lower, like a lady walrus's teats.
They're not up here.
No, they're not like... She's not like stacked like you, man. She's not like chest out like...
Oh my gosh,
but like she's stacked for a walrus, but that means like down by her crotch, her walrus crotch.
This is so gross, dude. This is so gross. Is this like our science corner? Like
science corner.
It's science guessing with Team Babe.
So it'd be like if I had like a set of nipples on like my lower abdomen.
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah, it would be. Like a cat, I guess,
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean...
You can get nipple rings and stuff on that. It would look cool, man. You can attach a chain from there to your ears.
That's true. But, I'll tell you what. One thing I think is true. Whether male walruses have nipples or not, I don't want to be close enough to want to know.
Okay.
Because that means that I'm in danger.
We'll have to review the tape on this then. We'll have to go back to the Attenborough tapes or something.
Let's do.
And we'll get a handle on male walruses.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can Google this.
We can, but that takes all the fun out of it.
Well, we're not going to do it right now. Yeah, another thing that Google can take the fun out of, apparently, is when you're, just casually wondering about the naming of a particular city or place in California. Google can just tell you exactly what happened, apparently.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it Wikipedia? Wikipedia.
I think my favorite part of that conversation was when I was saying like I wonder if they named it after 3 land formations and that's why it's Trinidad or something, like the tri of the Trinidad.
Right.
And I'm still in bed, mind you. I haven't flopped my walrus body out onto the floor yet. And, yeah, you likened my wondering about the formations to, like, what if there was 3 pieces of bubble gum and Spanish explorers stepped out of the boat and they're like, oh, look, there's 3 pieces of bubble gum. Let's name this Trinidad. That was a good roast, dude. You roasted me hard. Boy.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I should have felt stupid, I guess, but I didn't.
No, you shouldn't have felt stupid. I was being over dramatic.
I mean, you were right in the end, but you know,
As luck would have it,
I like
it
to.
is just named that because of the deity or whatever, and it happened to be like the day that the
It was a Catholic
explorers, like,
holiday or
fucking,
whatever. Yeah.
found it or whatever. So they called it Trinidad. It was Trinidad Day.
Yeah. Of course, they didn't consult with any like Native Americans about what
Didn't
they
console
called
with
it.
me.
But, you know.
And if they would have, I would have said, "Hey, if you're gonna call it Trinidad, you better see 3 different things."
And it
And,
better
like,
be bubblegum, or we're not even going to talk about it.
yeah, they had bubble gum in the 1700s, right?
I don't know. Maybe they had like tar or something.
Tar. You could just chew on it.
Yeah. That's probably the closest thing they had to
This
bubblegum.
is delicious.
But I don't want to guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to make too many guesses. So,
Well, hey, it's Team Babe, you know?
hey, enough of this science and history.
Look
Let's
at
get
us.
on with this.
Look at us, you know?
Yeah.
We're a team, we're babes, and that's what we're doing, man.
And that's all that matters, right?
Yeah. And we're back on Team Babe, I think, after those little
Oh.
altercations about walrus nipples and the naming of the Northern California coastal town Trinidad.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm so chill these days. Like, I didn't even get off the Team Babe train just for a quick stop. I was just like, okay.
You're just like, yeah, I'll just stay here
I'll just-
in the dining car.
Yeah. Well, I was also in the bed, too.
Oh, okay. Well, that helps. Yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah, so what's been going on with you?
Well, it's been a flurry of activity, let me tell you. I don't know if listeners and viewers out there have noticed, but we've kind of slowed down the cadence of releases of the Team Babe podcast a little bit.
Oopsie.
But yeah, so anyway, when we have our little pre-production meeting, we do our pre-pro and we talk about what we might want to talk about.
We talk about what we're going to talk about.
And then
Okay.
that's like the pre-pro, and then we write the whole thing, like we write the script or whatever. That's the next day. But when we're doing pre-pro, sometimes, and then the scripts, it's like, we got to keep this shit topical, man.
Yeah.
Boom. And last time we had a little chat, we were talking election times, I think.
Yeah.
And since then, lots of stuff has happened, I guess.
Yeah. I would say so. I think a fair amount of stuff has happened.
I can't remember what we talked about last time, but Biden won the election. Trump is not conceding, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's heard about this.
I think
Doesn't
that's
matter.
pretty much where we left off on the last episode, honestly.
Yeah.
It's really like not too much has changed there. There have been a few little, hiccups and things, but overall it's been pretty quiet in the old political front a little bit.
Yeah. Quiet there. Let's see. Just Thanksgiving. We had we had the happy. What's the Mexican word for turkey? I just learned it on my app today. Pavo.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the Mexican. It's not a
Spanish.
Mexican word. The Spanish word for turkey is.
Yeah.
Why?
American.
We didn't even have any turkey.
No, we didn't. That was my point. Well, turkey is like, Turkey Day. They call it Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think they call it that because the T in Thanksgiving and the T in turkey are the same.
That is right. You are correct. It is the same letter.
But it has a very similar, font.
Let's just
usually.
see what he wins, Pat. I'm sorry.
I win.
I had to roast you.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. So it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And we
So
did,
what'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I did what you did for Thanksgiving.
Just kidding.
We had plans to see family and stuff like that, like a socially distanced thing, but due to some COVID concerns, decided not to do that.
Yes.
Which I think was a good move.
So we had a miniature ham slam with my parents.
Mini ham slam, but it was actually like mini
birthday.
We had that was ham slam. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting it mixed up. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Check.
Okay. And that was like before Thanksgiving, and then on Thanksgiving we had Indian food.
See, so much has happened that I'm losing track. Completely forgot about Ham Slam with your folks.
Oh, really? Wow. Interesting. It does seem like a long time ago. That was only a week ago.
That was a week ago.
It does seem like an
Today.
eternity, doesn't it?
Wow, man.
In a way.
Time flies when you're flying through time.
Yeah, man. Anyway.
Space and time. Yeah, and then on the actual day, the day of the namesake.
Yeah.
For the day of Thanksgiving.
You just haven't thought of a new name for it, so just call it Thanksgiving.
Well, Ham Slam, right?
I know, but we didn't have Ham Slam, so.
Right. So we had, it turned out, a day before that we're like, oh, we're just going to have it here by ourselves or whatever, each in our own little padded cell.
No.
With little windows to
we
look
had
out
Morgan
so I
and
could see.
we had Morgan and.
Oh, there's Robin. Oh, there's Charlie.
Morgan's girlfriend over. It wasn't just us.
That's right. So that was a joke. We decided to get we were going to get Thai food. All the Thai places were closed, which was a little bit surprising, but I guess, hey, Northern California.
They need a day off too.
They need a day off too. It's all good. Maybe they're doing traditional American style.
Who knows?
Thing.
Probably.
Anyway, we got some Indian food, which was nice.
It was good. Yeah. It was nice not to cook.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of somehow went along with our movie choice.
That's right. Yeah, we watched Austin Powers with Charlie.
Outside,
which was the first
outdoor sort of like movie viewing we've managed to do.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And he cracked up. And it was fun to watch it all together.
That felt like mission accomplished.
It did. Sure. And it was a good family time. And I'm looking forward to kicking off the holidays with Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? We'll get out the Christmas tree. I think we're going to put the Christmas tree on the patio. Because nobody can come in here and enjoy it.
Yeah. Plus, there's not a whole lot of room in here.
There is not. We keep getting more musical instruments, and all my sewing stuff is here. I mean, got a rowing machine.
Whiteboards, rowing machines,
Yeah.
Various cases for various things.
Right. But we've been watching a few movies. We're trying to watch more movies, I feel like, instead of just watching shows or just watching documentaries. Watching some fictional movies has been kind of nice.
Yeah.
And we revisited Green Card. That is a lovely escape from the world.
Yeah. I kept over and over, maybe just because I'm noticing stuff like this more frequently now, but I kept noticing how well that movie was directed.
It's a beautiful movie.
I didn't notice it before because I just wasn't attuned into that kind of stuff, but I was like, holy shit, man. This person,
it was legit.
This director and director of photography, whoever figured out how to do these shots and stuff like that, was they were on some serious filmmaking expert level.
They're on the next level.
Late 80s shit, man.
Yeah.
Was that late 80s?
I think it was 90 maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the quintessential 90s New York, I feel like. And
funny.
It's funny and it's shot really beautifully and the acting's good.
Probably the only good performance by what's her name?
Andie MacDowell.
Yeah.
I liked her in Groundhog Day.
Sure, I like that too, but that's not really about her performance. That could have been anybody. It kind of seems like to me. Because it was more about Bill Murray.
I don't know. She's a great counterpart to Bill Murray. Because she's so sweet and southern, and when she says, I majored in 19th century French poetry. And, and then he says, why would you do that?
That was before you learned
to recite his French poems, yes.
Yeah.
And that is correct.
Through repetition, the recitation of the French poetry.
Yeah.
In a futile attempt to woo, said Andie MacDowell character.
I know.
Anyway, this isn't a fucking podcast about Groundhog Day.
Well then, quit talking about it, man.
Wait, did you have something else to say on that?
Oh, no. Now, I want to move on to important things like Hocus Pocus. Can you please give your rant on Hocus Pocus now? I'm just dying to hear it.
I think I did that in a previous episode. Hocus Pocus. This is a rant about...
You did?
The term thirst trap.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I want to know, where did this come from? You know, if our thousands, millions of listeners out there, if somebody could, like, you know, tweet me, Skype it to my inbox, send me an email, and just let me know, where thirst trap came from. The term, I want to know. So please let me know. And I'm wondering if this is just another one of these goddamn fucking incepted, planted, hocus pocus like things where it's like, no, you just backdoored this into the memory somehow.
Like it's not a thing, and somehow we all just remember to say it, and it's not like an actual term.
But not all of us, man.
Who says it?
Some of us missed it. Some of us missed thirst trap.
Like just those basic bitches say a thirst trap?
No, man. Like everybody except a few people.
So, okay.
Who either just weren't paying attention, or this whole thing is a weird version of the simulation in which, people weren't allowed to know.
What are you talking
Never mind.
I think we're in that simulation as we speak.
That's what it feels like to me.
So, okay, now I got a theory. I'll write in first. Dear Team Babe.
Yeah.
My theory on thirst trap is it's much like the honey pot. Something you get caught doing and you know better.
Like, I understand what it means and where it comes from. I just want to know, like, when this term got popular and who coined it.
Okay. Well, that I don't know. I'll be damned if I ask Google. So I'm going to wait for an answer to come out of the ethos.
Well, if you have any more random theories, you just want to posit about, I wonder if it's this, I wonder if it's that, then you just lay them on me, sister.
I will. There's no way that's ever going to stop. So I hope you're prepared, because there's like probably many more years of that.
I'm prepared.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I accept this mission.
Okay, that's good, because like it's sort of it's just one of those things that I do that I kind of like can't help. So there's a lot of those. I'm so sorry. So how about your like mom tip, or is that my mom tip? Did you have a mom tip?
No, you did.
Oh, okay.
Don't you remember your mom tip? I mean, it's been like 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something, probably.
Oh,
Since you
yes.
originally had your tip.
Yes.
But there's all kinds of shit you've been momming. You've been momming pretty hard.
Yeah, dude. Pretty much always, right?
Yeah. Anyway, what was your tip?
Is that look in regard to my momming?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
I don't know what that look was. Let's edit it out.
Okay, so anyway, let's not.
Well, let's give it a nice little... Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, my mom tip is that if your kids don't want to follow the COVID rules, like wearing a mask or washing their hands, you should just bribe them with sugar. If you keep your mask on the whole time we're at Target, you get 1 miniature package of Skittles or whatever it works out to be for you.
So this worked for you.
Well, I mean, it worked for me. First of all, I don't have little kids, so I sympathize with all caregivers of children that have to try to keep masks on these tiny little children that are just like falling on the floor and like rolling in dog poop at all times. So like, I get it, But if your kids are a little older and they're, you can reason with them. So for instance, Charlie really wanted to eat his lunch inside at his volunteer job, and I was like, oh no. We're in the widespread outbreak of the pandemic now, so could you please eat outside? And he was like, well, I don't want to go to all the trouble to go eat outside when everybody else is going to eat inside. So I was like, how about I get you some sugar, a treat? And it worked.
What was the treat? Skittles?
No, he picked Moki.
Oh.
So I was like, hey, every time you can eat outside, there's sugar in it for you. So then
I guess that's great, as long as your kids don't have the beatus.
Well, yeah, it could be something else, maybe, but yeah. Anyway, so he did also. He had a like creative way to eat with his mask on inside. He bought himself some honey sticks, and he cut the ends off and stuck them in his mouth, but kept his mask on, so he had honey sticks sticking out the top of the mask. I thought that was pretty good. That's pretty innovative, dude.
Like weird vampire teeth slash like hog
No,
husks
like
or
this,
something.
yeah, like they're going up
Or
this way.
tusks.
So
Yeah.
gravity was like feeding the sugar into his mouth, you know?
And this is like lunch or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, this honey is gonna keep me going.
No, this was after he ate his lunch outside. Then his
Oh, okay.
compromise was I'm gonna figure this out. It's gonna be inside.
Gotcha. I'll
Yeah.
get my own sugar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do this.
Uh-huh.
This thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anyway, mom tip over.
I think that's approved, man. I move to approve that.
Okay. Motion carried. On to the next.
Yeah. Let's see. So you've been, well, up until this last week, you've been taking Charlie to swimming a lot.
Yes.
And you've been going on long walks
I have.
on the beach.
In
On
my
the
mind.
beach.
On my mind to beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really
Tell
nice.
us about that.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, I mean, it's only like a mile and a half or so. But I have been listening to music and walking. And
By yourself.
by myself. And I'll tell you what, that does me a lot of good. Now, if I listen to a podcast or I listen to like a video or whatever, wouldn't be the same. It has to be music or it just doesn't work. And it has to be certain kinds of music. Like I can't go out there and like listen to like soft jazz. You
It
know?
has to be like Slayer or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It has to be like intense, like hardcore metal sort of stuff. Or rap or
Maybe a little Cradle of Filth.
yeah.
Like
They are my favorite band. Little Richmond. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Little Richmond. He's actually Little Richard's
vampire friend.
stepson. Vampire stepson.
Yeah.
Little Richmond.
I like that. I like that.
Just talked to that guy about doing a character
Oh yeah.
on the show.
On the show. Yeah, I like it.
I'm sure that would work.
So anyway, I think that this is like a helpful COVID thing. Get out there, go take a walk somewhere that looks nice. Put your music in. Don't talk to people. You know, don't get interrupted. You know, just do the thing.
Yeah. That sounds great.
And I actually had dreams at night after I did this repeatedly, where like I don't usually.
Can you describe the change after doing that? Like aside from the dreams?
Oh, you mean mentally?
Yeah, were you like, oh, like what happened? Were you like, oh, I fucking love everything, or something? Like, oh, I'm gonna be so agreeable for the next 30 minutes,
Ha
or something.
ha
Like,
ha ha
no, it's like,
ha. You are the worst. Okay. What happened? No, I didn't get done and turn into a different person. It wasn't a transformative experience.
I'm just interested in what it feels like.
It feels like you stopped thinking about all the little stuff and then you thought about the big stuff.
Oh.
So you get out of the little, monkey, barrel of monkeys area of your brain. And then you get into the more like, oh, I can see the whole landscape now instead of one leaf.
I see.
Yeah. That's what happens to me.
Sounds great. I recommend it for everybody then. Maybe even me. I don't know. I've never had that experience after a walk though.
Even if
Maybe-
you were listening to music and like
I
just
listen
walking?
to music. Yeah. I guess.
I don't know if you do that too much because like I just don't look at my phone.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't look at my phone usually when I'm walking either. But like I might be listening to maybe that's the problem. Maybe I've been listening to too many podcasts. I need to listen to some like I got that new death metal
Oh yeah.
thing. That's good. I worked to that a few times. That was nice.
I can't. I mean, that's like I can't. I just don't like it. But I listened to some Rage Against the Machine. That was nice.
Well, there's something about it that just like it turns off all cognition or something, all extraneous things.
So when you're working, you can...
Yeah, but it like keeps you moving. It's sort of like it's like little electrical impulses like hitting your ass or something like that. Like there's just little invisible like taser prongs sticking to your butt cheeks.
Wow. Sounds awful. I
Yeah.
also listen to a lot of Coldplay too.
Oh,
That was nice.
I guess.
You guess? What, like you wouldn't listen to Coldplay?
I don't know, man. That would be a tough one for me for a hike, maybe, or like a walk.
We're so different,
I
dude.
don't know, dude. It's like something about that does not appeal.
Huh, interesting.
Mm.
I found it like a palate cleanser.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. That's good. Well, speaking of music, another highly technical innovation that I don't think we've talked about is we got a new bass. And that's been inspiring all three of us to actually play some music, which has been nice. And I've been actually playing a little bit with Charlie, and helping him learn some stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've been working on your 1979 tune.
Yeah. It's coming together.
Yeah.
I just realized yesterday that I need to practice like every day.
Yeah.
And not just once a week.
Definitely. Yeah, every day is best. Everybody says that,
It's true. I mean, I've said that. How many times have I said that to my own children? Better practice today.
Yeah, taste your own medicine, lady. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do, man. You gotta set a good example here.
I do like the bass, though. It's pretty sweet.
It is sweet. It's like, it's weird to me how, I have like the, really nice, like custom exotic wood bass.
It's like
I just
for
don't
bass
play
nerds.
a lot or whatever,
Yeah.
for whatever reason. And then getting like a $200 like cheap precision, like Squire precision bass. It's just like bone stock. Just like it's inspiring or whatever to play again, which is weird.
And they said it couldn't be done.
They said it couldn't be done. Yeah, they said it would never happen.
You said I'll never find a guitar for under $200 that's any good.
Did I say that?
You said that on this podcast.
Really?
You were like, good luck with that. I was like, I'm just going to find one at a pawn shop or something.
Where did I find it?
And you found it at the pawn shop.
It was under 200.
See? And you said we couldn't do it. And you said we never make any money doing podcasting. And boy, are you wrong.
Yeah, look at us now. Thanks to all of you out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you. I'll share our tabulation of how much money we've made so far. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Let you in on the behind the scenes.
I don't know if you want to tell them too much, man. Everybody might have a podcast if you did that.
Oh, that's true.
Because they'd be like, "Oh, I gotta get in on this cash grab."
So back to the bass real quick. Are you working on your guitar part for 1979? Because I feel like you got my problem. You're only working on it once a week, and then
I'm not working on it. No.
How come?
Because I've been wanting to play bass too much. Because I got this fucking bass that I like to play.
Oh, all right. Well, that's all right.
I guess, but then I need to clear the runway for fucking Babe Airways. She's fucking coming in for a landing, man.
You know the bummer about all this is that you can't share your little songs that you work on, on social media because they shut you down.
They shut me down?
If you play covers and stuff.
Oh.
I was saying we could play it, but we can't.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to make originals that are better than the covers, I guess.
That's a lot of pressure.
No.
But maybe we'll post it somewhere secret. So
somewhere secret and
stay
somewhere
tuned.
Safe.
How about that? The Dead Don't Die, babe.
Oh, that's Sturgill Simpson, isn't it?
Oh no, it's this new movie.
Yeah, we watched The Dead Don't Die. The Dead Won't Die? What's it called?
They don't die.
The Dead Don't Die. Jim Jarmusch
It was good.
movie.
It was really funny. It was so
Really
strange.
fucking bizarre, man.
It was really funny to me, though.
Yeah, he's like at one point. Well, yeah, I don't know. I won't spoil it for y'all, but go check it out. It's a zombie movie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun, I guess.
With Chloe Sevigny and Bill Murray and the Darth Vader guy and all
Adam
this.
Driver, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, he is. I mean, he is Darth Vader, right?
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, he's totally Darth Vader.
He's Kylo Ren, but then what?
Well, Kylo Ren is the kid of like fucking Leia and Han, right?
Oh, that's right. It's after. Sorry. Sorry. You know, because he's younger, I somehow I think of him as like the first Darth Vader, and then Anakin doesn't really count. You know, the young Anakin because he was such a douchebag. And then you just skip right ahead to the old fart guy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it makes sense for him to be first, but it doesn't storyline wise.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. It's very meta. It's Sturgill Simpson is all over it, man. If you like stew,
If you like
know
zombies,
what you gotta do.
if you like zombies and silliness, it's good.
Zombies who crave what they craved in real life. Perhaps coffee.
That'd be
Perhaps Skittles.
me and Iggy Pop.
You and Iggy Pop.
We'd be the
You're
same.
at the same the Dead Don't Die zombie table.
Yeah. We're both ordering coffee.
It's pretty weird, man. Enjoy.
Yeah. No, that was fun. That was a nice little escape too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about like things that seem far away.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, not as far away as Mars, but far away on the Earth, let's say.
The Earth is pretty large
It is large.
for like one human to get around, you know?
Yeah.
That'd take a while.
Yeah. But even though we have this global pandemic, I find it strange sometimes when you get out somewhere where you're all alone and you look around and it's like 10 miles in every direction. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Huh.
is it happening? I don't like what's out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, as the pandemic like heats back up and surpasses where it was like earlier this year, you know, it always makes me think like, okay, well now I actually know people, like the circle of,
yeah, it's so much closer. Yeah.
you know, the degrees of separation is getting less and less until like, you know, like last week my brother,
Right.
you know. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. It's people you know. It's a family. It's, yeah.
Yeah. So kind of scary times, man.
But I do still, even though that's happening and I understand it, I see it, when you get out in the middle of nowhere, you're just kind of like, there's enough room for social distance.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's maybe part of the you know, like the sway of the countryside, man.
Yeah. I get that.
The countryside
yeah.
we live in, you know, because like you can get real far away from everybody like pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
You can, you know, 5 or 6 minutes,
You're out there.
miles.
But I mean, it took me a long time to have neighbors that I shared a fence with.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand it.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, it's weird though. Like I guess that and like you know, Sturgill being in that movie makes me think of that Sturgill concert we went to here.
Yeah.
Like when they played Reading.
Is that 2018 or something?
Maybe even earlier, 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's been a little while.
But you went for your birthday, right?
Yeah.
And it was like at the Cascade Theater, which is historical.
Yeah. And yeah, it painted the portrait of Reading pretty well.
Yeah, it was not a pretty situation there in the crowd. That was a really strange show for me.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Totally.
But they're a good band.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so if you hear if you hear The Dead Don't Die, then maybe you're in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And so the other thing that we did was we went to a concert. Speaking of concerts,
Oh yeah,
but we went virtually.
we went to a
Like,
virtual concert. We went to the Rufus.
but it was really, I mean, it was really good. It was
Yeah.
really fun, but it was not the same as being there with him.
Yeah, as you can imagine, sitting on your couch watching.
But he was just funny as shit, though.
Yeah,
He's really funny.
he's a funny, silly
I
man.
love him. Like, I mean,
Hell of a singer.
I would hang out with that guy a lot. You know, he's my kind of guy.
Yeah. Doesn't he have a song called that, titled that? My Kind of Man or something like
I
that?
think he does a cover that's like that, yeah.
Is it like a Bette Midler song or something?
Maybe. Well, he did the whole Judy, Judy, Judy.
Oh, yeah.
He did all those covers.
What is that trolley song?
Ding, ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding.
Goes the trolley.
That is so crazy. It's like the
Yeah.
silliest shit ever.
Yep, it sure is. I am so glad I don't have to listen to that anymore. Anyway, so like one of the Rufus concerts that we went to was in San Francisco. And
Yeah.
it was like 2004, 5, somewhere in there.
Hmm.
And he opened for Rufus. And they were a great pair.
Wait, did you say who?
Did I say who?
No. He opened for Rufus?
Well, I didn't want to give it
Who's
away.
he?
I didn't want to give it away yet.
Oh, so I think you're bringing it around to the main topic at hand. Today is jam session.
Is that okay?
I think it's fine. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
great. I think you might have rescued us from being mired. A quagmire.
No.
How many points do you score off the word quagmire?
11.
11? Okay. Whoops.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about?
What is happening with your microphone cord?
All
there?
my accoutrements.
They're fired.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should get on to the main topic, which is our jam session, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And that's Ben Folds.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you all are familiar, because this isn't going to mean very much if you're not.
Yeah. Well,
You know, you could go listen to it.
sure. I don't think a whole bunch of people are familiar. I mean, probably a lot, but not like a lot. Not like Van Halen Jump a lot.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, let's put it into perspective here.
Okay.
But yeah, Ben Folds, man.
Yeah. So
let's welcome to the show, Mr. Ben Folds. Hey, buddy. No, we're not doing that. We couldn't get Ben. Ben canceled at the last minute.
Well, he is
God damn it.
from the South, and my relatives are from the South, so
Oh.
it's almost like we know him.
Yeah, you guys could bond over saying icebox the same way,
Yeah.
and crayon.
Crayon.
Crown.
Crayon.
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 Crayon?
Yeah.
Crayon.
You're so silly. Crayon.
Crayon. Is that
Okay.
how it's said?
No. So,
And what's another word? Oh, he said something in one of his songs. I was like checking out some lyrics recently where he's like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna remember it, but yeah.
is that the thing that we always joke about?
No. Different one I noticed. But also from Whatever and Ever Amen, which is like, I think probably like both of our first introductions to Mr. Folds
It's my favorite.
and his
album.
5.
Yeah. That's,
Robin's favorite.
yeah. What about you? Is it your favorite? Ben Folds 5.
Pretty equal on that one, and the
Rockin' the Suburbs.
mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think those are both real solid efforts.
Well, what?
With song after song of lovely beautifulness.
So what I like about, this particular album, the Whatever and Ever Amen,
Yeah.
and the band, and just kind of like how they, put it all together,
Yeah.
is that it's kind of sloppy. And I like that.
Yeah.
It's not too precious.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's really that sloppy though. I think it's like made to be able to exist within that framework, or it's a framework with it which in sloppiness can like kind of coexist with like really like, oh, we fucking nailed this. Like you don't do like, 3 or 4 part harmonies like that and be sloppy.
I don't mean the writing sloppy or anything. I think they just chose because it was like grungy-ish sounding. It was like supposed to be alternative, that they kind of chose to like say record it live. I think instead of doing individual tracks. And I mean, they're really excellent players, but they kind of, in my opinion, it doesn't feel too sterilized, I guess.
I guess there aren't too many other like, rock piano, like piano driven rock groups.
Yeah, not really. Billy Joel.
Well, yeah, but Billy Joel doesn't like pound on the piano. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? I don't. Maybe he does actually.
Liberace.
That's a little more Little Richard.
Well, yeah.
Little Richmond. That's a little more Little Richmond than Little
Richard.
What's his name? Joel. Little
Joel.
Little Billy.
Oh man, this is terrible.
Don't have a last name for your first name or a first name for your last name. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but Billy Joel. Oh,
yeah, Billy Joel.
Okay, got it.
William Joel.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I'm Jason Sam.
Well, you just happen to have a weird last name that isn't even like a word. That like you can't ever make another first name that would sound like that.
Dude, proper nouns called and they want their burn back, man.
No, dude. I got too much shade for that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Like, but didn't we also both randomly listen to this to Ben Folds again, like on the same day, just like total.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I have no idea why.
I have no idea why either, and we weren't even together.
No. Yeah.
So.
But we talked about it. Like we both talked about it that evening.
Right.
For whatever reason, for me, it was like I was like, oh, I remember like some of those bass parts are kind of cool. Because I've been, playing more bass, and so I've been like trying to learn interesting or fun bass parts, which is weird because it's not something I really did before or made time to do before. Like when I was, at least not that much, when I was like playing in the band, playing music all the time and stuff. So that's kind of new.
Yeah, it's nice that you're doing that though.
Yeah, it's kind of it exercises. You were talking about how. Playing bass or playing guitar, like kind of works this other muscle that you don't get to use otherwise or whatever. Different kind of creativity or whatever. And so, yeah, I feel like that is kind of what that is. That's the purpose that's filling for me too right now. So thanks. Thanks for payload chat.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I had this brilliant idea to buy a bass.
Yeah, for under $200, man.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Wow, that is poetic.
It's poetic justice.
Is it not?
Isn't it? And that
So what excites you about Ben Folds? Because so far I don't feel like we've really captured our own true, genuine excitement for maybe I'm not excited.
Are you not excited about Ben Folds? What?
No, I think I am. I think probably I shouldn't have re-listened to Saving Silverman.
Ah.
And because that kind of like, that hit me like kind of a ton of bricks. I was like, I really liked that when, soon after, and maybe for a few years after it came out, but I hadn't listened to it in a long time and just did again because I listened to Rock in the Suburbs and I was like, oh, okay, this is like some next level shit or whatever here. And so listened to Songs for Silverman. I was like, oh, okay, there's some decent songs on there. But it's nowhere near as good as the Ben Folds 5 album or the Rock in the Suburbs.
I could say the same thing about Weezer. This is like a very common problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've really only had...
those 2 great albums, right? Yeah.
I'm sure others would argue that, but...
Yeah. There's no comparison. There is no substitute, okay?
Except no substitutes. Yeah. But, so we yeah, we both listened to it on the same day, coincidentally, and different things. You listened to, I think you listened to Ben Folds 5 first. I listened to Rock in the Suburbs. I went right straight there, and then went back to Whatever and Ever Amen, to check out some bass stuff because there's some really good stuff on that one too.
There is, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we had a good like memory session, I think, because of recently watching the Rufus thing, especially, and then listening both separately and then together listening to some Ben Folds again. I'd kind of forgotten about the concert we went to where we saw Ben Folds and Rufus
in the opera hall
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Which was a crazy kind of trip or whatever. I actually kind of remember being slightly disappointed with the music of that thing. What about you?
Yeah, I was too. Other than I was totally into them singing that George Michael song.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that totally blew my mind.
Right.
Careless Whisper.
I think a good part of that was that, like, Want One had come out. We'd seen Rufus play Want One. We've talked about that on the show before. We saw him in Sacramento. And then Want Two came out, which we were just not into.
Yeah,
really.
It was just so-so.
I wasn't that into it.
There's a couple of songs on there that are really good, like The Art Teacher, but,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's not as solid as Want One.
Yeah.
For me. So, yeah, it was, but it was fun to see them play, but it wasn't as, it was in that big fancy venue and it wasn't as fun as seeing them in this tight, sloppy little hole in the wall place. So,
definitely. Where, having 7 musicians on stage was like
packed.
Crazy.
Packed to the gills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they sang Careless Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
They did that together. And Ben Folds did a solo, leading the crowd through the harmonies and the Not the Same song or whatever, which is pretty epic and cool. And you can see him doing that on YouTube and stuff if you go check it out again or whatever for a little reminiscing.
But I want to answer your earlier question, which was, what does this album do for me?
Oh, yeah.
What does it mean to me, right?
Oh, so the Whatever and Ever Amen? Okay, yeah.
So I think it's like an amazing sort of like, fuck you album.
Yeah.
And it's really like, I think sort of like, super rock sort of, meets the 70s sort of style. And like, it's very, like powerful, even though it's piano.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of enjoyment out of, like I said, some of it's sloppiness, some of it's like lyrics, right? Like Kiss My Ass. That's a good one.
Kiss My Ass Goodbye.
And then then because there's some silly stuff on there, like there's some really serious ballads and, and all that. And then there's just like rockin' songs, but then, it's like there's silliness too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a confirmation for me that music could be fun. This was after the band broke up, and I was super pissed off about the way that all went down.
Yeah.
And feeling very frustrated.
Right.
And so this was like, yeah, see, I was right. Like, this could have been different.
Yeah, it was what you needed at the right time to kind of, begin the healing process from that, man.
Yes.
Just really process that loss.
Well, it also just kind of propped up my bitchy feelings too. So.
Yeah, and I mean the classic thing I remember from this album, whenever I listened to that, what is that song?
I don't know which one. Oh, Smoke?
No. The one with the Cure in it. You're all dressed up like the Cure.
Oh, sorry. Fighting the Battle of Who Could Care Less?
Is that the one?
I think so. Yes, you're all dressed up like the Cure. So, that was another thing we'd argue about.
That's kind of silly.
What?
That song is silly.
It is silly. Yeah. But like I used to say, well, I still do. I still say Cure.
Cure.
And
you're all dressed up like the Cure.
And you say?
Cure.
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 Uh,
It's the cure.
It's the
cure.
cure.
For the common cold.
The cure.
The cure.
It's actually spelled Q-U-O-R.
It is. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Yeah.
So when he said it like I did, then I realized, God damn it.
Right.
All these Southern people make me talk like I'm from North Carolina, and I'm not.
Between your ass box and your
Just
cure.
put in the ass box. Yeah.
And all this
Well,
shit.
no,
North
I mean-
Kakalaki.
You have some weird ones.
No.
Yeah. You call crayons, and then you also call the roof, the roof.
No, I go back and forth on that. It's Rufus. Is it Rufus Wainwright or Rufus Wainwright? Oh, wait. That's spelled completely differently. Fuck it. Who cares?
Okay, well,
I'm sorry. Well, I messed up.
You did?
Yeah, with my pronunciations.
Oh.
I'll try to make them perfect next time.
No. It was just I had my revenge.
You did. You with roof
Yeah. So
and roof.
well, I mean, I had my revenge with this.
Is it Mark Ruffalo or Mark Ruffalo?
So what do you like about this album? Why do you care about it?
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like completely different than everything else I was listening to at the time.
That's true.
It sounded like really fresh and new, and I was like, wait, you can do this? You can make music like this? Like, I can't.
Oh, sure you can.
Because I don't know how to do it.
Silly?
But, like, obviously he can, and he had a great band and stuff, so, like, the playing was very inspirational to me.
Yeah.
At that point, I was paying a lot of attention to the drumming, which was really, really good. But now I'm paying a lot of attention to the bass playing, because the bass playing is really, really good. But it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good, man. 1998, it was all good. Because of...
I miss that.
Whatever and ever, amen.
Yeah. Kind of miss that, actually.
But yeah, it was sort of like a refreshing tonic.
Yeah.
That, like, so probably similarly to how it like helped you, mourn the loss of the band and stuff and sort of move on. Provided like a sea change for you or whatever, like Beck's Sea Change album. Yeah, I think it did a similar thing for me, but just in like understanding like, oh, okay, you can. So it's a similar thing too, like for you, where you can have fun playing music. For me, it was like, oh, you can make music like this and have it still be like really cool,
right,
and cutting edge,
mm-hmm.
And then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna listen to fusion for like 3 or 4 years straight.
And did you
Spoiler
ever?
alert.
Did you ever?
I'm a fucking dork.
That between that and Zappa, I about lost it.
We've had some phases.
Oh boy, and I put up with all of it. Can you believe it?
I believe it.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful for that. Let's turn our page of the script over here.
Yes, and do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I guess I have one little anecdote.
Yeah.
Like about the things that speak to you, right, from the album. Well, all the kissing my ass and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that spoke to me for sure. But then there's
Kiss my ass.
yeah,
Motherfucker.
yeah. But like, whenever you listen to that I Want to Be Kate song, I remember thinking like I wanted to be like her. Like, is there a girl like that? Who's like a hippy dippy, like rainbow loving, just like, the birds are like, following her around like Snow White or something.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, that sounds good. But then I realized that in order to be like that, you just, you have to be high all the time or drunk.
And so you're like, I can do that. I'm not going to have kids for another year at least.
I know, right? I mean, it was well,
You turned into
2
a
years.
total drunken stoner.
Yeah, the second I had kids. Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, I think that's sort of like that's pretty tongue in cheek too, isn't it? Like sort of making fun of that persona.
Yeah, but it's pretty accurate. Like, do you know any hippies that run around talking about rainbows and shit that aren't stoned to death?
I don't know. I would never just assume that they were
But you know what I mean, like, you know.
high on life, man.
Okay.
Chakras,
Okay.
brah. She's handing out the Bhagavad Gita or whatever, however you pronounce it.
Who?
Kate, I guess.
Oh, right.
You see her around every couple days.
Yeah, she's that hippie lady down the street.
Yeah, I've seen her doing yoga on bridges.
Yeah. Yep, that's
But
her.
an old version.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely. So anyway, this has been well, I guess, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to capture how big of a difference this, like hearing this guy and this album made for me in my musical development, because I don't think it's like it was delayed. Like I heard it, I took it in, I took it for what I understood of it at the time. But I don't think it really hit me until a few years later when I was like, oh, you can do music like, oh, okay. Like I remember this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can do this. And then I didn't do any music forever and still haven't. So
No,
it really changed my life.
You are. You're doing it now.
Ben, I love you, man.
Okay, we're not done here though.
Oh, okay. I was wrapping it up. No,
What
I'm
about
just joking. I wasn't.
What? I mean, we
No,
haven't even gotten into our babe words.
No. I know. I was joking about wrapping it up. I wasn't. Don't give me the evil producer eye. The eye of the producer.
Jason.
Let's just try it one more time.
One more
This time, picture that you're fighting for your life against a Sasquatch, a Yeti, and 5 ninjas from the Sheikah clan or something. Oh, wait.
Oh, wow, we're getting into the haichu again.
Haichu. Sorry.
I had about enough haichu for a while. But I digress.
Yeah.
We have an extra special segment of Babe Words this week.
I'll be damned.
You know, because I didn't write these words.
Oh.
These are new Babe
words.
Babe Words. Yeah.
So another babe is having words?
It's you, babe.
It's you, baby.
You're doing it.
You did it. You did. Who
You
put
done
the dog
that.
in the doghouse? Who put Whitey in the White House?
You did, baby. Yeah. So
what is this? What are we doing? I don't get it.
okay, so Jason wrote some words. Okay. And I'm gonna rate them. But first, we have to give a little bit of a backstory on this.
Oh, okay. Well, we've talked about Red Town before.
Yeah. We have. So, you know, in another episode, actually, we dedicated a whole episode just to Red Town.
Yeah.
And so this is a series that we're working on very part-time.
I don't even know if I'm prepared to call it a series. It's just like musings on Red Town.
Well, someday it will become episodes.
Okay.
And it will tell a story.
Can it become mobisodes or webisodes?
What's a mob?
I don't know. It's like a Mobley-isode? Mobisode? Mob? One big mob?
Okay.
No, okay.
Anyway, yeah, someday it'll become a thing that makes sense. A big beginning, middle, and an end. And it will be called Red Town. And it will be based on the fictional happenings of Redding, California.
Oh.
But they'll be fictionalized to protect the innocent.
Yeah. I guess. It'll be real hard to tell what's what and who's who.
It will be very difficult to
Practically impossible.
Uh-huh. So, did you want to say anything else about any of your inspiration for this particular piece here?
No, I just sat down and just started typing.
And this is what happened?
Fuck it.
Okay, well, shall I read?
So be prepared for the greatest thing you've ever heard in your whole entire life.
Okay, well, this is Red Town by Jason Fader. This is the overview, shall we say, of the upcoming series. This town, it's a no-good town. Like the Sinatra song, but for Hicks, Jesus worshippers, and the occult. Here I sit, staring at the blinking cursor, trying to gather my thoughts and figure out how I'm going to tell the story about my hometown, Red Town. Many places are racist. Many places are poor. Red Town is both. Wow. It doesn't have to worry about being a cultural or art center, not if the huge conservative contingent that dominates the population has any say in the matter, or if the masses of local megachurch cult followers who seem to have their grubby little fingers in everything from local government to ownership of most of the nice stores have their way. They both always have their way. Sorry, let me...
Whoa. They do?
That's what it says, right?
Okay,
They
yeah.
both, okay.
No, it does. I was joking.
Hearing the words Northern California, most people think of something pretty specific. This isn't it. This part of the state is more far northern Texas than hippy dippy redwood choked NorCal. Here it is steers, shit kickers, and savanna land as far as you can see, until you hit the foothills and then the mountains where things get steep in a hurry. None of this is too out of the ordinary until you remember that a few paragraphs ago I casually mentioned the occult. And don't get me started on the aliens, Sasquatch conspiracies, and the super fun cleanup site a few miles up the road that the Environmental Protection Agency say produces the most acidic water on Earth. The end.
Or do get me started.
Oh.
Oh.
I think it's a good start, man. You're laying the foundation.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just, sometimes when you're just sitting there and you're like, you want to write something, but it's so fucking hard to start. You just have to start like typing whatever the dumbest words you can think of are.
Like what?
I don't know, like writing it like that.
No. Oh, I thought you meant like just write nonsense. Like,
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, you could write nonsense, but just write whatever thoughts you're having right then.
I gotcha.
And then if you can just keep going for like a few minutes of doing that, then you'll probably start getting somewhere. So that's kind of what I was doing there.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I have, it'd be nice to do like kind of a Red Town check-in every once in a while.
I agree.
Kind of like the news from Lake Woebegone, maybe.
Yeah.
But like a little less tedious.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Spice it up.
Maybe not as many powder milk biscuits or whatever.
None.
0.
There can be none.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I think it would be nice to kind of continue on through the saga,
Yeah.
and see where the Red Town Road, takes us. And I think there's more on that. I mean, I've already designed the board game. The TV show, I've already cast the TV show.
Wow.
Decided it's going to have 10 episodes. Okay. I've scouted the locations. Like, it's all done. I mean, all you have to do is write it now.
Yeah, we have to come up with the millions of dollars.
No, they're going to
To
give
make it.
us the millions of dollars because
Oh.
it's going to be so damn good
Oh,
that
yeah.
they're not even going to be able to think about doing anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
No pressure.
Yeah, that'll be probably streaming on Hulu sometime soon.
Hulu.
Between the Zeljans commercials.
Oh, no, please, babe. Don't get so extra.
Babe, I exist in an extra zone. It's called the Babe Zone. And I'm in it. And I'm existing.
Wow.
And you're existing with me. That's the exciting part.
That's the most exciting part of every day, babe.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, like, dude, I'm just going to fucking keep doing that, man.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be with you.
Cool.
And I love you, babe.
I love you too.